Guys picking up almost immediately. They want to make the opposition exhaust clock early. Hayden time inside Fleming. Again, got a piece of the first one. DeAndre with a follow. The veteran Smart. Nice little leaner there from Jared Butler.
Take your time out there. Good things will happen. Jared Butler looking at DeAndre just allowed his opportunity to get to the glass.
Doncic passing in traffic into the hands of Butler. Suns in transition. Here's the veteran Hayes Davis. Nice little jump turnaround there on Reeves. A little too strong.
Kind of took his angle away. I like for him to maybe get a better angle to maybe turn and then put it off the glass. That's a very difficult shot straight in.
Reeves with the floater up and in. Suns have done, especially on the defensive end.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the difference.
Hayes Davis, little double clutch. Smart forces the miss. Arabia on the run out. That'll be an LA turnover. Suns ball on the other side of the timeout. 6:49 to go in the first.
You know, you're getting the job done. So a great opportunity for a lot of these guys right now that ordinarily would not be playing that many minutes.
Yeah, and for the likes of Isaiah Livers, first opportunity to step on the floor here in the preseason is, you know, he is excited watching him work in practice. Signed a two-way contract with the Suns back in early July. Missed all of last season after dealing with a hip injury. Jared Butler, again, showing you his ability to get inside of the basket. Doncic posting up. Butler trying to stand his ground, and Luka able to raise up over the five-time All-Star.
For 6'8" in there and just strong as an ox. In a lot of ways, not fair.
Butler with a step back three, no. Doncic with the rebound. Eyes up the floor, but the Suns quickly get into him. Nearly had the steal. Reed, the ball fake, able to get right to the basket.
Yeah, and that makes you do that, right? Because he's over there wide open for a three. Defensively, you're going to go toward him. And Austin Reeves got the layup.
Butler probing the defense, didn't see anything to his liking. Hayes Davis pulls it back outside. On the runner, got it up off the glass, but left it short. There is Connect, now in his second year, the former SEC Player of the Year. Arabia sets up in the corner and drains the three. That'll prompt.
And then all of a sudden, you thrust it into a situation to where you have a chance to play a huge role.
C.J. Huntley's checked into the game. Isaiah Livers get to that left hand. Hayes Davis cut off. Kobe Brea made his preseason debut there in Macau. Got a handful of minutes. Scoreless in 4, so figure he'll get a much more heavy dose of minutes here this evening.
Well, he's a walking jumper ready to get hot.
So you and I sat there the one practice before they departed for China and just kind of in awe watching him. Just an absolutely beautiful shooting stroke.
Yeah, right now with him, it's a little bit nerves, which is understandable. I mean, you're in the professional leagues now, and sometimes you want to hold on to that jumper a little bit longer before you release it. It'll be fun.
Doncic speeds it up top to Ayton. That is one of the reasons why J.J. Redick and the staff are excited about getting the likes of a DeAndre Ayton. You know, kind of go back to the way he played with the Suns in that finals run each, getting opportunities like that, and nobody's better at beating a big man rolling to the rim than Luka.
Well, and DeAndre, one part about him, he's really good at setting screens. So that's part of it as well.
Luka can still do that pretty well. Also, shot 37% from downtown. Played just 20 games after that jaw-dropping trade back on February 2nd. Brea, nice ball movement, sets up Livers on the drive and pop. On the top of the shot clock. Brea tied up though, hits traffic. Livers will let it fly. There's another guy watching him in practice before they departed from Macau. Really confident offensively. Brea, great positioning defensively, gets the Phoenix steal.
Could be a football player there.
Well, Kobe certainly knows the things that he needs to work on in order to take that step on the NBA level. No, don't do that. Jared Butler showing off a little bit. He has been the Suns' only offense thus far. 12 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Swing it across, connects, gets the open look. J.J. Redick throwing praise on Dalton Connects. But he's been the best one so far through preseason, both in games and in training camp practices. Catch and shoot three. Cut over Nigel Hayes Davis.
Yeah, Davis not hesitating. That's the veterans that played over in Europe and won highly. He missed a couple of tough shots, but he has not shied away.
Yeah, you heard Tom and Tom talking about him in the pregame show since he got the start tonight. 50 points in EuroLeague last year is Huntley on the box out. unable to maintain possession as David Duke Jr. and Coloco will check in here for J.J. Redick's Lakers. Lakers front end of a back-to-back. They'll play Dallas tomorrow night. Sacramento in their final preseason game. Bronny James Jr. Touch pass, connects. Quick release, had to, but that's what he's capable of doing.
They talked about how well he has played in training camp. And that's a young man that lost a lot of confidence because he was in the middle of that trade situation that didn't go through. I'm sure that's weighed heavily on him.
But you feel like, and certainly not having the opportunity to talk to a guy like Connect, but in a lot of ways, it probably served him well to have that experience so early. Because let's face it, I mean, you got to get calloused mentally, right?
Yeah.
As much as callousing your body physically.
Yeah, it's going to happen. And sooner or later, every player doesn't get a chance to play on the same team their entire career.
I mean, what better example than looking at your teammate, Luka Doncic, knowing that anybody can be traded on any given day. As Duke Jr. ends up short on that three-point attempt. David Duke Jr. got 5 minutes in that game.
Yeah, two juniors guarding each other. James Jr., Duke Jr.
Junior's all over the floor. Bronny James Jr. gets inside with the left hand.
Yeah, anytime I tell young players all the time, you want to get open, set a back screen. She's going to get open. And the screener is going to get open, not necessarily the guy that you're screening for.
Rhea working on Bronny James. Step back jumper over the top and shows you that touch. J.J. Redick had talked last week about Bronny James Jr. wanting to see him take that next level defensively.
Yeah, that was good D, just better roll.
Yeah. Which is what Brea came in known for. Suns picking him up as Golden State makes the draft selection, but Brea comes over. One season at Kentucky, but led the NCAA in three-point shooting when he played with Dayton.
Yeah, what Brea has to do is just not pay attention to how people have tried to pigeonhole him into just being a shooter. Like that's, no one knows what he can evolve into. And I think mentally he can't buy into that thought.
Goodwin, they step back. Beautiful stroke there from Jordan Goodwin. With that big game winner. Game one there in Macau against Brooklyn.
He really improved his shot since his last go-round with the Suns.
Yeah, coming off the hand, much better rotation as James Jr. drives inside, gets the whistle and the foul. Our officiating crew tonight, led by the veteran Ed Malloy, joined by John Butler and Danica Baruti. Suns will tip off the regular season next Wednesday night, right here in downtown Phoenix. Still playing host to Sacramento. You see Luka has not played in more than 70 games since his rookie year.
Yeah, that's the question mark, especially when you got a 40-year-old that should probably not play. Yeah, should not play 70 games this year. So, and probably won't based on his injury. So Luka's going to be heavily counted on.
Favors able to make the save. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Goodwin lines up the straightaway three, connects, rebounds the miss. Suns within 7. J.J. Redick was asked before the game tonight if it mattered who was playing for Suns, since they made note that Devin Booker and the other starters weren't, and he said preseason, like, we're just focused on what we need to do.
Right. Running plays, executing plays, and seeing of these guys who can really, keep up with the game plan, who can read the book, stay on top of the plays, options, all of that. Because if you're going to play on this team at this level, you can't be a liability in regards to knowing the plays that the coach is going to call out on the fly a lot of the time.
Suns ball, they roll 0.2 of a second to work with here. David Duke Jr. quick inbound. Brea unable to get one away.